All right, so we are so excited on today's interview. We have Andrea Fung. We're just going
Yeah.
to jump right into it. Please, in your own words, tell us and the audience who you are.
So my name is Andrea Fung. I'm a transformational coach and as well as an energy healer for, soul searching, burnt out corporate professionals that are looking for that something more. They've got the money, they've got the titles, they've got the accolades, and yet there's that emptiness there and they want that something more. What's that extra? What's that thing, that void, that emptiness that is happening in their lives? And I work with them to help them fill that with joy, love, and all the juiciness that life has to offer.
Yes. Yes, juicy juiciness. I love that. I love that. And speaking of our amazing corporate professionals, many of those high achievers tie their worth to their careers, right? Um,
Absolutely.
when you stepped away from law, did you struggle with feelings of identity loss or uncertainty? Like, how did you redefine success for yourself as you took this journey?
Oh, that journey was so scary, guys. When I decided to quit law the second time, it was just quite scary because things were so good at work. It was great job, great pay, great boss. It was just something really crazy to walk away from. But I kind of thought that I know that I would be miserable if I stayed here. And so I just had to take my chances leaping into uncertainty. So yes, I dealt with a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty. But then the thing is, I had also decided that I am going to just follow my joy because I didn't believe that we were put on earth to suffer forever. And so in my mind, I thought if I'm going to take this leap of faith, I'm going to take it on multiple levels. So I decided I'm only going to follow what brings me joy at any given moment and just focus on the step that is right in front of me and to just let that be enough. And so that took me on a whole journey of pivoting from law to social media influencer to social media manager to digital nomad coach to mindset coach to theta healing and then to just giving the business away after 2 years and then going on this epic heavenly homecoming back to Malaysia, healing family relationships, coming back to my country, my culture, my family, my ancestry in so many ways to now suddenly feel that pull to restart the business again, but this time from a more empowered place, from the foundation of love and service to other people, rather than from the foundation of needing success, needing to prove myself, needing validation. And that's how I find myself here. And it's just been quite a magical journey because everything in the past 2 years is not something that I could have ever researched because I didn't even know that it existed. And so when you open and surrender everything that is for you, everything that is in alignment with your vibration finds you.
Mm.
Mm, wow,
Yes.
you just continue to level up, level up, level up, in just a matter of years, right? That's amazing to hear, and and it's such an inspiration to other women, of course. I heard you mention joy. You teach that following joy and inner wisdom is the key to true success and happiness. Yet so many women, as you probably were at that time too, are terrified of trusting themselves. Why do you think that that is? And how can they start listening to their inner voice again, even for those who have never done so before?
Oh, I mean, we were just never taught to listen to our inner voice. We were never even taught that we had inner wisdom, right? Think about the way we grew up. And, everything is always, the environment is always drawing our attention outwards. We're always looking for someone else's approval, our bosses, our parents, our teachers. We're always looking for someone else to say that who you are is okay, that you did well, that you're a good girl, and the moment we just step out of line, the moment we exhibit any form of independence is wrong. No,
Mm.
go to your room, go stand in the corner, stop doing this, stop doing that from everyone.
Yeah.
It's scary to find that inner wisdom. It's scary to start listening to ourselves because we don't know how. And when we actually sit down and finally decide one day that enough is enough, I
Mhm.
am going to choose me. And then we just sit down and just choose something for ourselves. Just something as simple as, what makes me happy today? Maybe it's going for a walk. Maybe it's getting ice cream. And within those small little acts of love for ourselves, even if it's just at the most surface level, it is
Mhm.
then that when we feel that joy, we start to have a bit of an idea of, wow, this feels really good. It feels really nice to choose me. It feels right. And then you kind of start questioning, isn't this how we should feel all the time? Why do I not feel this way all the time? It's weird. Why is it that no one in my surrounding looks or really feels happy? Maybe I'm going to explore this a bit more. It does take bravery though, it does take being present, being willing to look deep into your emotions, being willing to look deep into why you have not chosen you this whole time, why, you don't know how to listen to your voice and, take the active decision to learn how to do that. But when you actually start, it's baby steps, as with everything, right? It's baby steps.
Right.
And bit by bit, you start to experience more and more and more. You start to, your inner wisdom, your intuition, the voice of that starts becoming louder and louder because you're becoming a lot more attuned to that. And when you're already at that point, it's so hard to go back to watching other people or being inspired by anything outside of you, because you are your own best inspiration, and everything that you want, your happiness, it's all here. Right. It's not out there.
Something you said that just caught my attention. You talked about the moment when you had enough, right?
Yeah.
Take us back to that pivotal moment when you had enough. What did that look like? Give us the imagery, and how did you even work your way through that? Because I feel like there are a lot of women who may be at the shift of I've had enough, but maybe are unsure on how to even walk themselves through that moment.
So, I have so many moments of when I had enough. So many moments. But I think one of the most pivotal moments was, I'll share about the time when I decided to let go of my business. So when I first started my business, it was started based on, I wanted to show my family and everyone else that I can make money doing what I love. Even though at the time I don't even know what I love. I just know that it wasn't law. And it took a journey. It took a lot of a lot of ups and downs. And as time went on, I realized that I had such a toxic, parasitic relationship with my business. Like I just couldn't let it go. And no matter how much healing I did, I couldn't stop myself from obsessing over it, because in my mind, if I let that go, if I didn't have business, then I feel like I failed. Then who am I at that point? Where do I go? Like it's another leap of uncertainty. And what happened actually was, I want to say, take note of all the times that you fall sick. Because when you fall sick and you are forced into immobility, you're forced into stillness, and you are sick for a reason. Whether you have a sore throat, whether you have a headache, a migraine, whether you have gut issues, there is something there in those energy centers that are telling you something. And so at that point in time, I had laryngitis. I was on the couch for days, couldn't talk, couldn't even really get up to do anything other than make myself something to eat. And during those moments, I had this download of, Andy, it's time to let the business go. Like, you can't do this anymore. And when it came through, the thing that felt like, for me, it felt like it was a truth that I had long known, but just refused to see. And it was painful to see that. It was really, really painful, because it was a huge ego death when I decided to let it go. And again, crying on the couch for like 2-3 days because of how painful it was in my heart, how painful it was to feel the fear of, oh my gosh, what are people going to think about me? People are going to think that I failed. I think that I failed. It was so bad. But what was amazing was the homecoming came 2 months later, literally. And so I think that's the advice that I want to give is that when you're on the verge of that pivotal moment, you know that you're on the verge of that pivotal moment because you are finally starting and willing to see a truth that you had always known, but was probably just not ready or too afraid to see before. So if you're willing to let yourself see that, where could you be?
Right.
2 months from now, 5 months from now?
Wow. I think we can all relate to one point in time and another where you just know somewhere in your body, time to let something go.
Yeah.
And just having that fear. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
Wow. So
I know, I'm like, wow. It's always that, where could you be for me? Like,
Yeah.
It's always that being. And Bree and I, it's so funny. We had just had an episode talking about achieving or becoming or embodiment, right? And
Yes,
the
yes.
fact that you talked about that is just so close to proximity, what we were just saying. But it is all about that being. So
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, that's so powerful that she said that. Sorry,
It's
Bree.
a sign. It's a sign that this is the message that the women who are listening in at this particular
Yes.
moment need to hear it.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Need some alignments.
Yes, alignment, divine opportunity when opportunity meets readiness.
Yeah.
Beautiful divine timing.
Ready to grow your business without the grind? Visit growthwithoutgrind.com, the go-to resource for women entrepreneurs. From digital products and exclusive events to practical freebies and must-have tools, we have everything to help you grow no matter your stage in business. Say goodbye to burnout and hello to growth. Find what you need at growthwithoutgrind.com.
That part.
And trust. So we can go on with this conversation forever because this is where I like to live at, honestly, like this kind of stuff. But just to round things off, this is our very special question. If you're ready for it,
Yes.
what is one thing that you would tell a female entrepreneur about owning her journey? Because we all have our own individual journeys. What's one piece of advice that you would give to a woman to help her own her own journey?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say that as a woman, your journey is very, very precious. I mean, you are the bringer of life. Come on. Don't let the world tell you anything else other than you are powerful and an incredible magical being on earth. Okay. But ultimately what I want to say is that because of that, your heart and your joy are your greatest compasses in life, when you can commit to consistently following that, because when you do, not only will you be paving a path that is so uniquely yours and tailored to your healing and expansion, you will be triggering synchronistic events that bring more of that, more experiences and more opportunities that expand you even more. And the more you expand, the more you trigger the expansion of everyone else. You will catalyze growth and transformation in everyone else, because when you shine, everyone else shines with you. I mean, granted, there might be some people that might want to take you down because, they're just at that stage. But like most of the time, and that's the cost. That's the cost of shining your light. Is some people can take it, some people will not. And you're here to shine the light for you and for the people that need to see you.
Yeah.
And so never, ever, ever dim who you are. Never, ever, 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 ever dim your desires, what makes you happy, and dim your heart and dim your soul. Never, ever do that, because we need that, especially now with everything that's happening in the world. We need that heart-centered light. And that's what I would say, Cher.
That is so beautiful. Let me just say. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, do not dim for anyone, and always let your light shine no matter where you are. Your light, your inner being, your inner who you are and whose you are always should come out to the world. So I appreciate you, girl. Like that, your whole light and energy within itself is contagious. I hope you know that.
Thank you. I'm so happy. I was just thinking, I want to bring that.
It really is. Like, I know by the time someone listens to this, it's going to hit them like at the right time. Like, wow, this is exactly what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
I'm listening to myself. I have to trust myself. And you're so right. It's scary. So in a way, listening to this is kind of giving them permission.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
yes.
And that's, yes. And it speaks so much to your brand of making herself a boss, right? Yeah. It's like, let's empower each other to be their own boss. Let's support all the other women, not just, to be your own boss of yourself, but, to help other people be their own as well. And it's amazing.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, because when one shines, we all shine. So that is something that is core to who we are as individuals and people together. So thank you for that. I just wanted to take a moment into time just to give gratitude thank you for just letting your light shine on our platform, to the women that are listening, and how many hearts you have pierced through your journey. your story, and of course, everything else that is going to happen because of you doing so. So just thank you so much for letting your light shine on our platform. We really do appreciate that.
Oh, thank you for having me on your platform. I love the movement that you're creating. I love the overall frequency of your brand and, and everything that you're looking to, the impact that you're looking to create. And it is an honor to be on your platform. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you're welcome. I'm so glad that we connected. So we are going to go ahead and end this out. Thank you so much again. That was Andrea Fung. And make sure that you check her out, guys. Make sure that you tune in for the next episode, and we will catch you then.
Bye.